Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's your Chief Visionary, Natasha Davis, founder, CEO of Impact Branding Consulting, and author, speaker, and women SaaS founder. Yes, I am. What's going on Instagram? Hello, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. It's a good day. Happy Thursday. Hashtag Real Biz Life is in the house. What's going on? Good morning. Listen, we're going to have a good time today. I have some really great conversations we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about the power of having a strategic business model. A lot of times people think that you can have one business model and that's not going to cut it. So we're going to talk about that. What's really the energy and the purpose in having a strategic business model? How do you actually create that? And realizing that you cannot have a one size fits all business model. And I'm going to show you why you can't do that. All right, guys, what's good? What's good? Your Chief Visionary. Did you tell somebody to come hang out with us? We're inside the business lab. And I got this frog in my throat, and that frog needs to not be joining us in this business lab. Does anybody else have a frog in their throat this morning? Because it is really disrespectful. It's disrespectful this morning. Listen, go tell somebody to come hang out with us. Text them, tag them in your post there and say, come check out the Chief Visionary is live. She's inside the business lab. And before we get into the business and get serious, we got to have some fun. We got to loosen up. We got to get the blood pumping and get the blood moving, because music is good for your soul and it helps you, right, to get the juices flowing, right? And you just start feeling good and the endorphins are going and your brain starts kicking in and you're like, it's one of those when you do one of these, right? Listen, there's no stopping us. There's no stopping us. I like this song. And I feel like it was appropriate today because there's no stopping us in having a strategic business model on purpose. We're not going to do that one size fits all foolishness, right? No, thank you. No, thank you. My business is unique. All right, guys, let's go. Loosen up some. Let's loosen up. It is Thursday and we are inside the business lab with your Chief Visionary. And we're going to talk about, why should I have a strategic business model? Or is someone thinking, let's get serious. What's a business model anyway? Come on. Do I need one? Yes, you do. All right, guys. I don't want you to be held down anymore with that one size fits all business model. That's it, guys. We're going to hang out. What's good, Instagram? Good morning. Good morning. Listen, I want y'all to listen to this. Listen to every word I say. There's no what stopping us now. Because today you are going to have a heck of a business model strategy. All right, guys, loosen up. Have some fun. Let that blood pump. Tell them to come hang out with us. Who says you can't have fun in business? They're crazy. I don't know where they got that from. Let's go. I've been having fun for the past 18 years. Ain't no stopping us now. And we got the groove of it now. Come on, let's go. What's your best move? What's your best move? Have a little fun on Thursday before we get in that business lab, right? You don't have to wait till Friday evening, right, when you log off and he's like, weekend time. Start your weekend right now. All right. Good morning, LinkedIn. Good morning. So I'm going to ask you guys a question before I get in the lab. Do you know who's on deck? Oh, who's entertaining us this morning? Who's entertaining us this morning? Give it to me. Give me a name. Give me a name. Good morning, LinkedIn. What's up? Facebook, I see you. Good morning. Hello, YouTube. It's your Chief Visionary, Natasha Davis. And we about to do some things in the business lab. Ain't no stopping us now. You guys better get your pen and your paper or open up a note section because I'm going to drop some hashtag golden nuggets. Let's move it. Oh, All right. You guys need to stop acting up. You need to stop acting up. We need to get inside the lab. We got work to do. We got work to do. We got work to do. What's good? What's good, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is time to talk about some serious stuff. It is time for the hashtag Real Biz Life. And we are jumping inside of the business lab because it is time that we stop with this one size fits all business model foolishness. Let's stop it. It's easy, it's convenient, right? But it's not effective. And I can tell you it's not profitable. So what I want to say to you is when we think about a business model, think about this in the most simplest form. How do we pull in the ideal client or customer, give them value, take them down this road, service them from beginning to end, right? That's what we're doing. How do we wow our customers? How do we attract the ideal customers? What is going to be our roadmap, right? How do we make sure that we are serving clients not only through value, but we're also having an element of efficiency internally, come on, and where externally as well. And your business model is going to give you that structure and it's going to give you some things. So I want to give you some examples. I have some examples out here that I'm gonna kind of go over to give you perspective. So the first thing we want to think about is inside of a business model, you have a side or a principle that focuses on value. And then you have a side or the principles that focuses on efficiency. And you need both of them. There is power in having a strategic business model. You don't want to go get yourself a blank one and fill it in. Don't go get one that's already filled out, because one size does not fit all. I promise you that. So when you think about your business model, you're going to have to talk about the 4 key things that falls into a business model. That's going to be the offer, the customer, the resources that you're going to not only give, but you're going to need, and also the financial perspective of your business. Right? So you got the offer, you have the customer, the resources, and you also have the financial perspective of the business. Those are 4 key things. I don't care what business you're in. It doesn't matter what state, what country, it matters what industry. I don't care what you're doing. These are 4 things that will not change with any business. It doesn't even matter if you've been in business 1 year or 10 years or 15 or 30 years, right? These are 4 important things: offer, customer, resources, and the financial piece of it. So let's dive into the sections of a business model. Okay. And if you haven't really done this before, the pieces will all come together. And the cool thing is that on August 5th, inside when we do the Gear Up for 2022 Business Summit, this is one of the exercises that we are going to be doing, is building out a strategic business model. Because until you build out this strategic business model, you're kind of all over the place. So if you're not coming on August 5th, I invite you to come. You need to come hang out with us at the Business Summit. I'll give you the information later. All right, so let's talk about it. So customers, that's the easy part. Who's your ideal customer? Now, you guys not know that I've talked about this before. Identifying your ideal customer, you need to be specific. You can't say we service all women, all men, all white, all black, all short, all tall. That is not true. Because say, for example, you provide maybe cosmetology, you do makeup. Let's say you do makeup. Well, listen, every woman does not wear makeup. Am I there? Y'all with me? Can y'all hear the words coming out of my mouth? Right? Give me a sign. Let me get an ear emoji, a thumbs up, a something. Tell me something. Every woman doesn't wear makeup. So you can't be offering makeup and say that I service all women. That's not true. The other thing is, say for instance, you do really amazing purses or something like that, or shoes or something, right? Well, guess what? Not every woman is into big purses and super high heels and stilettos. Some people can't walk in them things. You've seen them, right? So when you're selling your products or your services, you cannot say I do all X. I want you to be super specific. So your customer segment, who is going to buy from you? Who is more likely to buy from you? Because that's going to help you to develop out your products and services more intentionally, right? Next, we want to shift over now into the other element, which is still value. And I'm jumping all the way over to your value proposition. A lot of times we escape the value proposition a little bit, and we don't really give it a good punch, good energy. Your value proposition is truly about the customer. It is about the customer. It is the thing that shifts you out of the me also territory and puts you in the me only territory. And when you are in business, you have to pick that isolated thing that does put you in the me only territory. You cannot keep hanging out in the me also. So for example, your chief visionary is a brand strategist, right? You know that's what I focus on: strategy, process, performance. That's where we are. There are many other companies that do what we do. However, I'm in a me also. I also do strategic planning. I also do process improvement, right? I also do executive and leadership coaching and development. That's an also. Now I have to step into the place. Well, what is that me only piece? What makes me sweet? What makes me awesome? What makes me unforgettable? Those are the things that you have to lean all the way into. You got to reach down into that soul and pull it up so that you can bring that value proposition. Value proposition is about the customer. Okay. It's about what you're doing for the customer. It's about what is that thing that they're going to be left with once you have worked with them, once you have serviced them, once you have provided to them. What is the pain point that you are going to take away? Y'all should write that down. That was good. That was like golden nugget, like boom, like I'm talking about bombs just dropping, What is the pain that you're going to take away? Because customers come to you with some form of pain. It may be high pain. It may be a little bit of pain. It may be perceived pain. You never know what it's going to be, right? However, what is the pain that you're taking away for your customer? And that is where that value proposition now comes into, right? So the power of having a strategic business model. One size does not fit all. Don't subscribe to that foolishness. It's not true. All right, here's the next thing I want to give you an example of. I'm going to jump all the way over to key partners, and I'm going to give you some examples. I have some really cool examples here that I wanted to share with y'all. So when we talk about key partners, let me tell you what we're talking about. Your key partners have to be strategic alliances, right? Key partners they're not competitors. They're not competitors. They're strategic alliances. They are individuals or companies that are willing to join forces with you to help move your mission forward. No competition, right? No competition. So for example, one of the business models that I pulled, right, was a supermarket. So when we talk about a supermarket, okay, supermarkets nowadays have different partners, right? And how they have to be able to service things. However, let's talk about regional, like if I need to supply watermelons, like we want to be known that we bring like the freshest produce and watermelons and peaches and stuff like that. Well, my key partners are going to be my vendors and my suppliers, right? My vendors and my suppliers. So now as a supermarket, if my value proposition is to say, I am going to offer the freshest, most delicious produce and vegetables, I have to now go and align myself with suppliers of fresh, rich, yummy produce and vegetables. Okay. So when you think of key partners, they're alliances and they help to move your mission, move your value prop forward. Value proposition, I'm taking away that pain point. So how do you keep moving that forward, right? All right, guys, here's another example that I pulled when we were talking about another company. I'm not going to put names out there, okay, because they don't pay me to start dropping all these names. I'm going to give you concepts, okay? So let's say, for example, you are a distribution center. You're a distribution center. One of your key partners are going to be maybe franchises. You're going to have other franchises, right? That's going to be a key partner. How? Because they help you to move your mission forward, and they help you to do what? Help you to take away the pain. Take away the pain. So you want to think about some things like that. So who are your key partners in your business model, in your line, in your chain? Who are your key partners? The next thing I want you to start exploring are key activities. Key activities have to do with production. Key activities is all about production. So how are you producing the product or service efficiently to your customer? How do you get it from you to them, right? And you guys know a couple while back, is that a term? Couple while back, I talked about supply chain management, right? So if you hadn't jumped on my YouTube channel, then you can go to Impact Branding Videos, because then you'll be able to see the mini training I do about supply chain management. So let's talk about key activities. The key activities is all about production. How do I deliver this product or service from me to my customer, right? And you also want to think about from an efficient standpoint, right? So one of the examples we talked about, let's go back to our supermarket. When we talk about our supermarket, we had supermarkets that you had before. You guys remember before we had self-checkout? Before we had self-checkout, the way that we got the product, the service delivered to the customer in supermarket world was that you had to have your clerks, right? Your checkout girls or guys, right? So then we fast forward, and now we had these self-service, self-checkout stations. So now we had, our checkout station, our self-checkout, and then we also now had our cashiers, our clerks. Okay, fast forward now, and guess what happens? Now you have what? Home delivery. So key activities, production is going to be, how do I deliver our final products? When the customer's ready to pay, how I get it to them? So you think about a supermarket, now they have key activities will be what? Self-checkout, clerks or cashiers, and they also have home delivery. 3 key activities. So when you think of key activities, you are looking at production, all about production. Yes? Awesome. Awesome. All right. So as I mentioned, one size does not fit all when it comes to business models. As you can see, it does take some time for you to pay attention to what you're doing and how you're delivering that service. So your chief visionary encourages you to sit down and spend some time looking at your business model. Look at your business model and see how can you make it more strategic. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to look at your calendar for what? For August 5th. August 5th, your chief visionary is hosting the second Gear Up conference or business summit. It's virtual, and it's the Branding, Profits, and Growth Business Summit. We do it twice a year, and this is happening. So we do it at the top of the year and at the end of the year, and this is the last one for this year. And so I encourage you to go on and check out the Gear Up for 2022 Branding, Profits, and Growth Business Summit. It is happening virtually, so you can come. Go to bpgsummit.com, bpgsummit.com, where you can get all the details and see what's going on. My Instagram family, go to link in bio. You'll be able to see all the information. Click on the link, you'll get the details, register, and I hope to see you there. My Facebook, my LinkedIn, my YouTube family, you see the information is right on your screen. So go ahead, click, find some information out. If it's a great fit for you, I look forward to seeing you there. And if it's not a good fit for you, I completely understand. Not even to worry about it. I appreciate you for hanging out with me on Thursday here inside of my business lab. And I just want to encourage you to remember to think big. I want you to build momentum, and I want you to scale fast. Have a really phenomenal remaining week. Make sure you spend some time focusing on your business model. Make sure that it is super, super strategic. Hello, somebody. Make it strategic. And listen, fam, if you are catching this on the replay, you know what you need to do. You need to hit that hashtag replay team and put that in the chat room so I know you was here and I can show you some love. Next week, make sure you bring somebody with you. And remember, I do this part for my culture. Yes, one love, one heart. Let's get together. And what we're going to do, we're going to feel all right. All right, you ready? Come on, come with me. One love. Yes, come on. One heart. What you say? Let's get together and do what? Feel all right. All right, guys. Blessings upon blessings. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. Let's get together on Thursday at 9 a.m. so we can do what? Feel all right. All right. Blessings to you guys. Have a phenomenal week. Get to work. See you guys.